Hey everybody, it's time for another meme review. In this meme review, we're going to check out some dog culture logic. We're going to do a dog culture vocabulary, and then we're going to go ahead and apply the dog culture logic and see if it helps to solve the problems that come with dog culture. Okay, first up is our meme. Here it is. Now, you've probably seen a similar one before. I trust dogs, but not humans. All this kind of stuff. I don't always trust people, but I always trust my dog. So I guess the dogs are just smarter than humans or something. That's what this meme is trying to tell us. So let's go look at some vocabulary because there's a lot more to these memes than we know. Most people that post these memes probably think it's just funny and innocent, but they don't understand the sinister things behind these memes. They change our language and then they change our culture, and they don't change it in a positive way. So, what is a blanket statement? It's a general statement made about a large group of different people or things that is typically lacking nuance and accuracy. Yes, to say that you don't trust humans but you trust dogs, you're taking away the accuracy of that and you're taking away the ability to talk about that topic. You're creating a blanket statement. Now is our next vocabulary word propaganda. Propaganda. It's the spreading of ideas, informations, or rumors for the purpose of helping or injuring an institution, a cause, or a person. So that's what these memes do. They're trying to hurt the human and raise up the dog, but they don't have any of the nuance or the facts. Like our previous word, the blanket statement. It's a blanket statement, it's propaganda. So those are two sinister things that require us to put down humans and put up dogs, but not talk about it in any kind of thoughtful way. So here's our next vocabulary word, trust. They say that they trust the dogs, but not the humans. So to commit or place in one's care, to hope or expect confidently. That's interesting. So to be in someone else's care, to rely on. So that's what they're saying that these dogs are all about. These dogs, you can rely on them. You can be confident. They're going to be caring for you. Okay, our next vocabulary word is adversarial. It's involving people opposing or disagreeing with each other. So this is my point about dog culture. They are very adversarial. Every time they talk about dogs, they have to say, that's why I like dogs better than humans. It always has to be the dog is good because the human is bad. They don't really put a lot of effort into actually making a compelling argument about how good their dog is. They just have to say, hey, I don't like humans, so my dog is good. And then they put a meme on Facebook, and then they think that's it. The blanket statement has been thrown out there. So here's some synonyms to adversarial: aggressor, alienated, conflict, battlefield, argue, alienate. Yeah, that sounds like dog culture. When it comes to people talking about their dogs online or in person, we typically don't hear a dog owner say, like, for example, hey, I went to the public park today with my dog and played frisbee. I'm really grateful for our public parks. I'm really grateful for the roads. I'm really grateful to have free doggy poop bags. And when my dog barked at some little kids, I took my dog to the other side of the park so the little kids could have a clean and quiet place to play. I really love my fellow humans and I had a good day with my dog. You don't hear dog owners talking that way. They talk about, I took my dog here, and then all they do is talk about their dog. They'll take their dog to a protected place where goats are, and they'll take dozens of pictures of their dog. They won't say anything about the amazing, beautiful national park they visited, but they'll take tons of pictures with their dog in the center screen. They won't talk about how nice the trail was maintained. They won't talk about how awesome the parking spots were. Everything has to be about their dog. They could easily put a little bit of gratitude in there and say, I'm so grateful to have a dog park. I'm so grateful that all these things are available for me and my dog. They don't do that because they are so busy being adversarial. Now, since I mentioned goats and the protected parks, I'm going to put this in here for you guys to look at. It'll be in the description. But domestic animals are a problem for all kinds of wildlife. And the interesting thing about this, these sicknesses, whoa, sorry about that. These sicknesses that they talk about in this study, they affect wildlife. They affect protected wildlife. And a lot of these sicknesses that are in here are also talked about in some of our other dog channels. So I just did a quick keyword search on pathogens. If you guys pull up one of these studies, do a keyword search for like goats, birds, or toxoplasma, and you'll find that these conservation studies find many of the illnesses that also affect humans are out there affecting wild animals because of domestic dogs. As a quick example, I did a keyword search for domestic. Domestic dogs are a potential shedder of pathogens. Domestic dogs foster the spread of diseases. So when I talk about these dog owners going out into protected parks and stuff, and they have no idea about showing gratitude for all the stuff that's available to them, of course they're not going to be aware of all this. So that's what's so sinister about pushing out this dog propaganda this way. There's so many things that dog owners should know that they don't know, and pushing out these blanket statements leaves them in the dark and leaves our society in the dark. Okay, so now we've done a little bit of vocabulary, and now we had a quick look at some protected parks that are damaged by dogs. So now let's go back to this meme and give this thing a 1-2 punch. Okay, so it says, I'm suspicious of people that don't like dogs, blah, blah, blah. I trust a dog. Okay, well, if you trust your dog so much, then what about these people? What about all these people that have to save your goofy mutt from eating all kinds of crap that it's not supposed to eat? We got a dog here that swallowed 21 pacifiers. We have a corgi that almost died because it ate too much. We got our precious pupper here. He ate a bikini and he needs to get surgery. Here's another dog that needs surgery. What? Well, if you trust these dogs so much, why don't you just leave them alone after they eat this stuff? What about all these veterinarians that have to come to the rescue of these dogs that will swallow literally anything? How about these dogs that eat their own tails? A dog chewed off its own tail. What the heck? These dogs are constantly putting themselves at a risk and constantly needing the help of several humans to get stuff unstuck from their belly, to cut their belly open, to put special human tubes down their throat to save them. But yet you're going to run around and say that you don't trust humans. Humans are the ones that got to save your dog from doing the stupidest of stupid stuff. And for our final punch to this meme, let's look at this guy. His name is Bondi Vet. He has a bunch of videos, and they're all pretty good. If you want to understand what's going on with dog culture, have a look at some of his videos. But in this video, he spends a half an hour with this Rottweiler, petting the Rottweiler's belly, because he's got to get the Rottweiler comfortable. So let's see what happens. Now remember, if the dog doesn't trust you, then you must not be a good person. This guy right here is about to probably save this dog's life or do some kind of life-saving surgery or treatment. But after a half an hour of hanging out with this dog, petting it, stroking it, let's see what happens. Let's see if this dog is the trustworthy.
In the consultation room, Scott makes his first attempt to feel Digby's chest.
Oh, give you a bit of a tickle there, hey? Hey? Oh. Okay.
Whoopsie. Looks like that dog doesn't trust him. Well, you better just go home then. You better fire your veterinarian then. And veterinarians have to deal with this all the time. So do dog groomers. So do police officers. So do UPS and FedEx people that come to your house. They get treated like that Rottweiler just treated that guy. So to say that if your dog doesn't trust somebody, then that person isn't a good person, wrong. If your dog doesn't trust somebody, it's just because your dog is a freaking is a dipshit. It's an idiot that doesn't really understand the real world. And to sit there and to pet on the dog and give him treats and baby talk, that doesn't make any sense. If the dog needs a procedure, give him some tranquilizer and do it. These videos, even though they're very educational, they're just promoting this baby talk. They're promoting all of this, spoiling the dog to get him to not bite you. If this would have happened back in the day, it would have went a lot different. See you guys.